Don't you know who you are?
Here at 154 cm, we're trying some stainless.
You are more than the choices that you've made. You are more than the sum of your past mistakes. You are more than the problems you create. You've been remade.
Food prep, you know, can't really get that proper. I mean, you can't really. I mean, you could again just focus on using the tip area, but you know that blade shape doesn't really lend itself, in my opinion, to like a wide variety of cutting tasks as a normal blade shape would allow. It really has like a karambit style. You see, you can see the position of if I were to cut something, it just kind of everything is in here. So looking at this as a tactical knife, because it is based off of, in my opinion, a knife that was meant for tactical use. And the biggest concern I would say probably for this knife, and whether or not this review is going to go bad or good, is the deployment. Because if you can see, the pocket clip is only in one position, and that's tipped down. That's the only tapping that's offered. And there's a card that comes with it that explains to you that you don't pull this way to open the knife. You push into it. And that's a little complex. I mean, you sit there, if you were to defend yourself, and you were to pull this out of your pocket like this, and then have to go like that, and then have to push down on it, it's a lot to ask. And so I'm going to show a couple clips of how you can deploy it though. So the first way to deploy it, of course, would be you pull it out of your pocket, and you push on the button. This is where it would be nice if there was tapping, is I do wish Jason would offer a clip that did allow a tip down carry, because it does have enough weight. Not so easy, but still, see? Well, in the video you can see. One way that really works good is when it's tipped down like this. You can pull it out, and if your finger follows along, you can put your finger right in there, and then do the spider drop, and you're right in position to use it like that. And that clip right now will show, and it's actually quite quick. Now that I've had some chance to, some pocket carry time, and I see that I can pull it out and deploy like that, and I'm ready to go, basically like as if it was the original Silent Soldier, I think that's quite impressive. If you can't walk somewhere with, or you don't want to walk in somewhere with a fixed blade around your neck or at your hip, depending where you are too, you cannot conceal the knife. Like in California, I can't have the knife underneath my shirt, or that's concealing a weapon. With this, I can have the Silent Soldier on me, but in a more like casual way. As knife guys or knife people, if you have the dexterity and the, you're just used to folders, then this is no big deal. You can deploy quickly and defend yourself. Now, when he designed this knife, did he think that you pull it out like this and then quickly deploy it like that? I don't know. I would say I don't think so, because if you look, you can see right here, depending on whose finger is going in there, it's not that easy. I mean, you can. I mean, I like in that video, I was able to do it, but I mean, do I wish then that this was a little bit, like if I would say that if he intended it to be deployed quickly in that kind of defensive situation with that method, that this trail would have went back a little further, like just stretched out a little bit more over to here, like to look like that maybe, and maybe not so pronounced, like just maybe a little bit lower. Because I mean, actually, if you look at it, it doesn't need to be that tight for that finger. I mean, you have this choil, and this choil is done proper because it's curved back over, so you cannot, when you slide, you don't slide over it. You slide, you can't really slide over it. So what I mean is, like, you see, this doesn't really need to be like that. It could be pronounced. It could be like kind of subtly done right there, brought back. I mean, I would modify it. Being that this is my knife, I'm going to modify it. I'm going to like sand this whole area down and kind of reshape that area just to make it more like that. And I understand that was perhaps, Jason was saying that was a design thing. He didn't want to like copy Spyderco, and perhaps there might be some kind of issues with that. Again, there's a design aspect, there's a balance I see from here. It looks great, but I mean, for function wise, if the hole could be bigger or go higher up, I mean, like I said, this is to me a tactical knife, so even though it is so thick, I wouldn't go about prying with it. You know, the tip starts to go down, so I don't think it needs such spine strength right there. I mean, I think the hole could just be bigger, just so that you could get a little bit more access to that whole finger hole to do that method of deployment. I mean, I don't even have to sand on this side. I'm just going to sand on this side. Just for that function, I can do that on my own. I do wish Mr. Browse would offer, though, another clip. You know, having some holes there wouldn't make it look bad. It would just make it look more, I don't know, versatile. Tapping it for, you know, providing an extra clip, or, you know, selling a version that was for left hand.